So who do you target for remote work? What kind of companies? How do you go about doing this? Your current employer, and most of you, I suspect, are not in a situation where you have a current active employer, tends to be your best employer to give you the flexibility you want. Why is that? Because they trust you, because they know your value, because they like the work that you do. You are familiar with their systems. There's little training involved. So if you don't have a current employer, think a little bit more broadly about this, right? So your connections that are professional connections, people that know your value, and they don't necessarily have to be professional, but anybody that you worked with previously, any company that you worked with previously, a former client or a vendor or a coworker are going to be much more likely to give you the flexibility that you want than somebody that you don't know at all, right? Unless the company is 100% remote, right? So who do you target? Your current, past employers. Then in terms of companies that you might not know anything about, the tech companies, companies with emerging technologies, companies that are super high tech tend to have a lot, 100% or partially remote workforces. So even if you are not technical, those companies hire writers, those companies hire admins, they hire marketing people, they hire sales, business development people, they hire soft project managers. So there are still good companies to look at for this type of work. They still need meeting planners, graphic designers. So don't just discount a company because it's super high tech. A larger company that is 100% remote is going to promote it. They're going to promote it on the career page. They're going to promote it on their website, probably on their homepage. Those are good companies to look for as well. But the one that I want to really impress upon you tonight is that second to last bullet. The Wall Street Journal has just come out maybe a week ago, and yesterday actually as well, with some really interesting statistics and articles about the number of how small businesses have fueled the labor, the healthy labor market that we're in the last 6 months. So while there's been tons of layoffs in the bigger companies and tech companies in particular, we have still seen job growth because of small businesses. They're the ones that are hiring. So that's who we work. Almost 80% of our clients are small businesses. They are nimble. They can give you the flexibility you're working for that sometimes a bigger company can't give you because they have too much bureaucracy and too many policies, where a smaller business will look at your resume and go, oh my God, I need your skill set. I can't give you the big bucks that a big company can give you, but if you want to work from home, sure. You'd be surprised at how many companies that we work with value you as talent, and they are willing to negotiate flexibility. So the growing businesses are fueling the job growth right now in this area. It's a great, your one walk away today in terms of a job search tip is to target them. So who are small businesses? They are companies that have about, if you were to target a company, I would target a company between $5 and $50 million in revenue. If they're smaller than $5 million, they probably make 1 or 2 hires a year. They're not worth your time. But between 5 and 50 million, and that's a big gap, a big range, those companies are growing. 200 employees or less. Most of our clients are in the 20 to 50 employee range. They're great companies to work for because they often have very supportive work environments and a lot of collaboration. And we find that a lot of our workers, you're a jack of all trades kind of people, and you're looking for that type of versatility. So those are the companies I think that's your best bet for remote.